Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How you doing?
Assalamu alaikum.
Alhamdulillah.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone.
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
عليكم السلام الحمد لله أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين
Amen.
آمين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على محمد عبده ورسوله أما بعد يا أيها المسلمون السلام عليكم
Alaikum assalam.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Alhamdulillah. So we have thanking Allah again and again and again and again for this morning, for this hour. And the floor is open for any comments, any insights, any shares.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam.
So I just wanted to share that we're doing really well and thankful to Allah that we're doing really well with the Miracle in America presentation that we've been doing since the February the 1st. And had it not been for this Hanukkah, I don't think I would have been calm and peaceful. But alhamdulillah, Allah always gives you exactly what you need to get through the task ahead. So again, I thank you all, and may Allah continue to keep us peaceful and calm, being Muslim.
Ameen. Alhamdulillah.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam.
I just want to say, as a member of Masjid Warathin who only comes here for the winter months, I didn't get to personally meet Sister Georgetta, but listening and feeling and seeing and observing the way she touched my brothers and sisters here, I have to say that more than vicariously, spiritually, I know her, and she was a wonderful, wonderful human being, and I think that she is a sign for us to recognize that really we are really wonderful people in general, and I like the spirit of that. I like that about the masjid, and I had a wonderful time. And whoever was in that kitchen, I just want to say, they stole my mother's recipes.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. Yes, yes. Thank you, Hamidullah. Alhamdulillah. There's room for one more.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam.
Yesterday was so beautiful, and the spirit in the room, it was just amazing. And being a part of the Women of Masjid Warathin is such an honor and a privilege. Sister Georgette was just a wonderful person. And her husband and family, they were so pleased. We all were so pleased. Such a beautiful family. And it was such a wonderful day. It was really beautiful. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam. Yes, alhamdulillah. Thank you. Yes. And we wanted to put my 2 cents in. We wanted to congratulate Tarlina and all of the women of Masjid al-Warthin for the program yesterday, and everybody that was involved, security, the brothers, and just the whole community. It was a beautiful experience. And I was reflecting. I got to meet a couple of people whose names are on the screen that I didn't know their faces, like Hanuna and others. And when I was looking at those of you who are in this group, when I was looking at your faces yesterday, I saw, the skin and the beauty in your faces, and I saw nurun, I saw a light in your faces. Those of you who we got a chance to see in person yesterday, and it was just wonderful to see that, to experience that, and to feel all of the love. And as we said, Georgetta for me was a mercy from Ar-Rahman and also a love from him. So, alhamdulillah. All right. Thank you. Thank you for letting me be myself again. All right. So, alhamdulillah, we've been in 59:23. And today we're going to conclude that particular ayat, and we have one more ayat in this series. And I wanted to share a structure with you, something that I think I see in this particular ayat. And it's just a little backdrop. I used to, when I was in the corporate world, I used to teach, well, I guess I still am, but when I was working for a big corporation, I used to teach structured writing to the consultants and consulting skills and communication skills. And so from that experience, it looks to me like I can see some structure in some of these ayats, not every single one, but some of them. And so here, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Huwa Allahu alladhi la ilaha illa huwa al-maliku al-qudusu as-salamu al-mu'minu al-muhaiminu al-azizu al-jabbaru al-mutakabbiru. Subhanallahi amma yushrikun. Sadaqallahu al-azim. And it looks to me that this first ayat, or first phrase, is like the introduction and the main point, the main idea of this particular ayat. So we color coded it just to make it a little bit more explicit, right? That he is the one who is Allah, absolutely no God is except him. Okay, that's the main idea. So in any writing, right, you have your introduction, you have your main idea, and then you have the body. And the body are the major points that support the main idea. The body is the major points that support the main idea. And then there are minor points that are attached to the major points, which support the main idea. And then you have a conclusion. And so what we've highlighted in green, since he is Allah, he is the one who is Allah, absolute no God is except him, is the main idea, then al-Maliku, the sovereign authority, these in green are the major points, right? That support the main idea, the sovereign authority, the Holy One, the source of peace, the most faithful believer, the guardian protector, the powerful Almighty, the greatest omnipotent power. And so then if one can understand these major points that's supporting the main idea, and I'm hearing the Imam say, keep the main idea, right? So if we understand these things, then the only conclusion you can come to is Subhanallah, right? It's glory to Allah, right? Perfect. And in our rendering of Amma Yushrikun, about what they make someone as partners with him. So it's kind of like if they are thinking that someone or something else is the sovereign power and sovereign authority over their life, then they're creating partners. If they think that someone else is the holy and purified one that purifies everything, or if they think something else or someone else is the source of peace, they're going to get peace from somewhere else, they're associating partners with Allah. If they think that the most faithful believer that believes in them and is faithful in responding to their needs is other than Allah, and that out of that faith and his belief, he's guarding and protecting them. If they think someone else is guarding and protecting them, if they think someone else is the powerful, almighty, the greatest, then they're associating partners with him. Right? Subhanallah, about whatever they make as partners with him. And we went over before that sabaha, it means to swim. It means to float. And فقال sabaha sabahan wa sibahatan wa ista'iru limarra an-najumi fil fulki nahwa. He says he swam, a swimming, a fast movement. And also we see this in the celestial bodies, in the stars, the sun, the moon, everything is swimming along in the glory of Allah, right? In the ayah talking about each one is in its own orbit, right? And the purpose of flow is similar to walking or running with the running of a horse, or the racer, right? Inna laka fil nahari sabahan tawila. That surely for you in the day is a long swimming. So what does it mean to me? I don't know what it means to you, but our day, it's a long day, but we're swimming in the glory of Allah all day long. Yeah, sound like a song, something like that. Alhamdulillah, Subhanallah. Qala, this is in the Safat, Surah to As-Safat, the ranks 143. Qala falawla annahu kana min al-musabbihin. He said, then if not, surely he was from those who repented and glorified Allah. So the writer added repented here. And glorifying Allah. There's some relationship, obviously, to those. Kila min as-salin. Kila min as-salin. It is from those who pray the salat, who make the salat, are the ones who we're glorifying Allah when we're doing that. In Surah Al-Baqarah, the second surah, number 30, Qala wa nahnu nusabbihu bihamdika. This is the angels, right? This is what they say, you know. We intensely and continuously glorify by praising you. Subhanallah. Everything. It says even that the birds, every creature knows their own way of salat and tasbih. Right? So maybe when you hear that frog, ribbit, 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 maybe that's its way of glorifying Allah. When you hear the birds, right, chirping, maybe that's their way of glorifying Allah. Have you ever seen at around sunset? I remember one day somewhere, there was a parking lot and all these birds had gathered around sunset, right? I mean, the whole big group of them. I don't know, right? Every bird, every creature knows its way of salat and knows its way of tasbih. You ever hear the birds in the morning around this time? And they're just singing their songs, right? Yeah. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Chirp, 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 chirp. All right. And in Ghafir, Surah Al-Ghafir, I think that's number 40, 55. Wasabbih bihamdi rabbika bil ashiyi. Yeah, this letter here, this ha, where you have to blow the air out when you say this letter. Seems it has something to do with life, you know. The air, of course, is life. So sabbih, blow that air out. Bihamdi, right? So glorifying, and here's the letter again, and praising your Rabb in the evenings. Yeah, we could say both of these have something to do with life, don't they? Yeah. Alhamdulillah. Fasabbihu wa adabara sujudi. Surah Al-Qaf, ayah number 40. Then glorify him and after the prostrations, right? And we do. Alhamdulillah, as we've been taught. I mean, we could spend all day, every minute, glorifying Allah, thanking Allah, and still the thanks you give would only be a little bit. Subhana. So the root meaning is swimming, the swift movement in the water and flying in the air. It can be walking, it can be running, it can be coming to Allah with speed, right? You know, the hadith, if you come to him a hand's length, he comes to you a forearm's length. If you come to him walking, he comes to you at speed. I might be missing something, but y'all we got the point. So these are pictures, right? And with it, we're following a course that's designed for movement. You know, life is movement, right? Constantly and often increasing the movement. And of course, the movement of the stars, and they follow a course that's designed for them. Everything in the heavens and the earth, it spins, the sun moves, it's in one place one moment, you see it in another place the next moment. And all these things are revolving around and they are not running into each other. Right? So Allah has designed the perfect design in the perfect order, and he's done that for you too, and for us, and for the human life. And we could say he's doing it by these different attributes that have led us to this conclusion, right? Subhanallah. Subhanallah amma yushrikun. So what is this yushrikun? I know maybe Yusuf Ali says above, glory to Allah, above what they ascribe to him. This word here is an, and there are different definitions. If I'm providing a different word, it's not because whatever else you're looking at is wrong. It's not a matter of wrong. It's just a matter of choice for how a person wants to define an Arabic word. So the choice that I'm making is that glory to Allah about whatever they make partners with him. Sharaka, to share with someone or something, to be a partner. And we find in the business world these days that people use this language a lot, right? Oh, we want to partner with you. We want you to partner with us, right? But la sharika la, there's no partners with Allah. And Allah is the one that's doing everything, right? We don't have any control about what is being done. If we can control anything, if it's a big if, it would be controlling our thoughts and our feelings, at least acknowledging and being consciously aware of our thoughts and our feelings, because sometimes you can't control how you feel. You know, when the love hits you and tears come, you can't control that. Right? Yes. So they make someone a partner. In the sense Allah is doing it, it just makes sense that we acknowledge and appreciate what he is doing, even if it's something that we don't like, right? Because some things that you don't like are really good for you, you know. And those things that show up, they're really an opportunity for us to be conscious and for a doorway to move us into our next level. Into our next level, I say conscious leadership. Because you're either conscious in your leadership, your self-leadership, or you're unconscious. So here we found in the dictionary, ashirkatu wa el musharakatu. There's the long vowel, right? 2 beats. Khaltul el melkaini. No. Khaltu el malikina. The partnership, like a corporation. In this particular, here's the same word twice, right? Here and here. But you notice the difference is this aleph is placed in this position. So it's telling us that it's a reciprocal partnership, right? It's a reciprocal cooperation. And maybe what I'm seeing right now is not necessarily corporation, but cooperation, right? But this partnership, like a corporation and the reciprocal corporation, is commingling of the supreme authority to rule. So they're commingling this, trying to commingling Allah's authority, right? When he is the one who has the supreme authority to rule. Huwa an yujada shay'in la athnina fasada. Is it that he obtained something for an idol and beyond that? So, of course, this is this whole idolatry and idol worship, things that people make with their own hands is part of this shirk, this associating partners. And found this, like the human beings are reciprocal partners with the horse and the animal nature. I was trying to figure out what could that mean, right? Well, I don't know. You make your choice. The person riding a horse, there's some type of give and take that's going on when that is occurring. Some type of cooperation, mutual. This is the same word, but a different pattern, which has a reciprocal nature, but it's mutual, right? So, is who's cooperating first, right? And we don't know. And it had it in another form here, Ishtaraku, which is associating partners from within themselves. It's a lot to think on from here, but not at this moment. Washaraktuhu fi kadha. I associated partners with him in such and such. So we want to take a look at, I started to look at ayat 2032, but we invite you to open up your Qur'ans to 20 Suratul Taha, which is the 20th surah. And we're going to start at ayat 26. Although it took me to 2032, but I had to go back to 2026, to actually get the context for 2032. So this is Moses, Musa, right? Allah had given him the assignment to go and talk to Fir'aun, right? To Pharaoh. And he's saying, "Oh my Rabb, expand me my breast, ease my task for me, and remove the impediment from my speech, so they may understand what I say." So he's making dua. He's asking for Allah's assistance. And it points out, like, whatever it is, whatever task we have, whatever it is that we are assigned to do, Allah gives us assignments, right? Then what this is saying to me, in this moment, is that we got to ask Allah for assistance and support before we go into the assignment, whatever it is, right? So he's making this dua, and in 29, he says, "And give me a minister from my family, Aaron, my brother, and add to my strength through him." So all of that then took us down to 32, "Wa ashrikhu fi amri," and let him share my task. Right? He wanted him to share his task. So I was thinking about this, and I'll throw it out to you all. Why do you think that Musa was seeking a partner? Why do you think he was seeking someone to share in his task?
Assalamu alaikum. Was it because of his speech impediment?
Well, yeah, that's one of the things that's here, for sure.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
when we look at it, though, right, there seems to be something else behind. I don't know if anybody sees it. I'll tell you what I see in a minute, but if you have a thought, put it in the chat. What do you see in here that's behind him seeking someone to share his task? Include other members of society? Yeah, possibility. It's all good. Anybody see anything else? Why he was seeking someone to share?
It's a pretty large task to do alone, that's for sure.
Alhamdulillah. Yes, it is. He knew how much weight the task involved. Okay. So, y'all want to know what I see? I'm going to tell you anyway, of course. But I'm looking at this, right? Expand my breast. It feels like he has some self-doubt about his ability. Anybody ever, you get a task, Allah give you a task, and you're not sure if you can do it, right? Not quite sure. Oh, am I up to it? You get hired for a position, and you're not even sure. I remember I was in an interview. I only know my experiences, y'all. So this is not about me. I hope it's something that, as I share a story, you can find something in there that relates to your life and your experiences. But I was working as a full-time faculty person at a university, Strayer University, back in East Coast. And I was in the interview, and they were interviewing me for a campus dean position, and I didn't even know I was being interviewed for the campus dean position. Until they asked me a certain question, I was like, oh, dang, they interviewing me. Oh, I guess I was the absent-minded professor. But anyway, I did get hired, but I wasn't sure if I could handle it. I guess it's going back to what Zakiya said yesterday, right? I mean, this morning about, Allah always give you what you need, but and maybe he did have some self-doubt about whether he could do it because he saw his speech as an impediment. He saw it as a shortcoming, right? And how many times do we go into something and we have some self-doubt, and maybe we see some things about ourselves that we think, is not up to the task, right? Yeah. And so this becomes, and the one that's going to support you, regardless of what your condition is, subhanallah, right? Amma yushrikun, is Allah is the support. I found a hadith. I was looking for some other ones. I just ran out of time, but in hadith, and I don't have the reporter, Allah, we shared in the dua of the righteous. So as righteous people, we're making dua. Then of course, yes, there is some sharing that comes along. We're praying for the community. We're praying for the world. We're praying for ourselves, our family. We're praying for us, right? It's the dua is for us. Ihdina sirat al-mustaqim. Guide us, right? We seek your assistance. We worship you exclusively. Subhanallah. Amma yushrikun. Allah is saying to Muhammad that I distinguished you and I preferred you over all of my creation. I share you in my command, right? Obey Allah and obey the messenger. Okay. Right? Ati'u Allah wa ati'u Rasul. You are commanded, all of you are commanded to obey Allah and obey the messenger. If we're obeying the messenger, we are obeying Allah. Not if. When we're obeying the messenger, we are obeying Allah. وقال تعالى أنكم في العذاب mushtarikun. There's the word again, but it's in a different pattern. And Allah, the Most High said, surely you are associating partners from within yourselves in the punishments that come from those associations. Wajama ash-shariki, and the plural of the word sharik is shuraka'u. This is the pattern of the plural, right? Partnerings, partners, associations. Qala ta'ala, walam yakun lahu sharikun fil mulki. Right? And the one who is associating, he's associating being in the mulk, is associating a partner in the authority, the supreme authority that Allah has. Waqala shuraka'u, again, the plural of partners, associating partners. Mutashakisuna. Mutashakisuna. I don't know this word. I didn't look it up. MashaAllah. Don't know everything. Allah knows everything. Turn to 364. 364. Yeah, 364. Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Kul. Ya ahla kitabi ta'alaw ila kalimatin sawa'in baynana wa baynakum alla na'buda illa Allah wa la nushrika bihi shay'an ولا يتخذ بعضنا بعضا أربابا من دون الله فإن تولوا فقولوا اشهدوا بأننا مسلمون. Say, O people of the book, he says, come to common terms. And what he's saying is common terms is this kalimatan, which is a word between us and between us and between you. Right? Come to a common word between us and even among yourselves. Maybe that's how you talk about us. Right? Is it not? So he's asking the question, is it not that we worship only Allah? Allah na'budu illallah. And we do not associate or partner with him. وَلَا نُشْرِكَ بِهِ شَيْئًا. Not a single thing. We do not associate a single thing with him. And we do not take among ourselves arbaban, right? He's using a Lord, min dunillah, from other than Allah. Then if you turn back, you are commanded to witness, right? It witness that we are Muslims. That surely we are Muslimun. Another ayat 3186. La tublawunna fi amwalikum wa anfusikum wa la tasma'unna min alladhina utul kitaba min qablikum ومن الذين أشركوا أذى كثيرا وإن تصبروا وتتقوا فإن ذلك من عزم الأمور. So we underline this. We see Sama'a here. And I do know that this particular noon added is emphasis. It's a big emphasis. You shall certainly be tried in your wealth and in your soul. لِتَسْمَعُنَّ. And you will certainly hear, right, much that will grieve you from those who received the book, Utul Kitaba, min qablikum, from before you, and from those who ashraku, they worship many gods. So here's the good news. Wa in tasbiru wa tattaku. It's so sweet, isn't it? It's like, oh, I don't know, you can feel it. I know you can. It's so sweet. You think about all of this stuff going on in this crazy world we live in, right? We're hearing a lot of things that grieve us, right? Or grieve people, right? Being tested in your possessions and tested in their personal souls. And hearing much, you don't turn on the news, you turn on the news, right? You hear something that's grieving you from the book, people of the book, and the people that are worshiping many gods. But then he says, "Wa in tasbiru wa tattaku." It feels like a salve or some kind of medicine, right? If you patient, persevere, and you be that taqwa, right? Inside yourself. فَإِنَّ ذَلِكَ مِنْ أَزْمِ الْأُمُورِ. Then surely that stuff right there, that's the azmi al-umur, firm resolve. Oh, we can't really have firm resolve without patience and taqwa. At least that's what it looks like to me. 4:48. Inna Allah la yaghfiru an yushraka. There it is again, bihi. Right? Allah does not forgive that one ascribes partners to him. وَيَغْفِرُ مَا دُونَ ذَلِكَ لِمَنْ يَشَاءُ. And he forgives whatever other than that for whoever he wants. وَمَنْ يُشْرِكْ بِاللَّهِ. And whoever is associating partners with Allah, فَقَدْ افْتَرَى إِثْمًا عَظِيمًا. Yeah, and certainly they are fabricating, right, a great sin. He says, devising a sin most heinous indeed. Yeah, certainly he's fabricating. Great sin, great sin. There's a couple more and then we'll take some comments. Something here. Yeah, 4:116. 4:116. I'm hearing the birds outside now. Subhanallah wa bihamdihi. Subhanallah al-azim. Yeah, we got Ramadan coming, inshallah. Allah bless us to receive it, experience it. It's great anticipation now. Woo. Great anticipation. Okay, 4116. Allah forgives not joining other gods with him. There's no other God. I don't even know why they're saying it that way. But he forgives whom he pleases other sins than this. One who joins other gods with Allah has strayed far, far away. Yeah. وَمَنْ يُشْرِكْ, and this is adjusted, this is a certain pattern here. It's like a demanding. And let whoever associates partners with Allah, then certainly they are astray. Dalla, to go astray, like we say, well, and lean. But then this noun is coming after this, so it's emphasizing, right? They were astray, ba'idan, far away. It's like, I remember looking it up, and it was saying that they are astray far into a nothingness. They so far away into a nothingness, however you want to interpret that. 572. He says, they do blaspheme who say Allah is Christ, the Son of Mary. Kafara is the word he's defining as blaspheme. I would say they're ungrateful, right? They're ungrateful. But Christ said, O children of Israel, worship Allah, my Lord and your Lord. Rabbi wa Rabbakum. Whoever joins other gods, whoever joins a God with Allah, Allah will forbid him the paradise, and fire will be his abode. There will be for wrongdoers no one to help. So we see this Yotq being associated with ingratitude and also with Dalimina down here, the wrongdoing, and they're not going to get any help. When they need to get bailed out, nobody's coming to help them. And I just put this in here, 5116. This is one of my loving ayats that we love. We just love to recite it. It's وَإِذْ قَالَ اللَّهُ يَا عِيسَى ابْنُ مَرْيَمَ وَإِذْ قَالَ اللَّهُ يَا عِيسَى ابْنَ مَرْيَمَ أَأَنْتَ قُلْتَ لِلنَّاسِ اتَّخِذُونِي وَأُمِّيَ إِلَٰهَيْنِ مِن دُونِ اللَّهِ قَالَ سُبْحَانَكَ مَا يَكُونُ لِي أَنْ أَقُولَ مَا لَيْسَ لِي بِحَقٍّ إِن كُنتُ قُلْتُهُ فَقَدْ عَلِمْتَهُ تَعْلَمُ مَا فِي نَفْسِي وَلَا أَعْلَمُ مَا فِي نَفْسِكَ إِنَّكَ أَنْتَ عَلَّامُ الْغُيُوبِ. So this is a conversation with Allah and Isa. And Allah will say, oh, Isa, son of Mary, did you say to men, worship me and my mother as gods other than Allah? And he will say, Subhanak, glory to you. Never could I say what I had no right to say. Right? Had I said it, you would have known it. Because you know what is in my soul. He's saying, thou knows what is in my heart. But the language is, Ta'lemu ma fi nafsi. You know what is in my soul. Wala a'lamu ma fi nafsika. And I do not know what is in your soul. But what I do know is for sure, innaka anta allamul ghuyub. You are the knower of the unseen, what is hidden. And then he says, ما قلت لهم إلا ما أمرتني به أن اعبدوا الله ربي وربكم. Never did I say to them except what you commanded me. Ubudullah. Worship y'all, all of y'all worship Allah, my Rabb and your Rabb. Beautiful, isn't it? All right, there's two more real quick. We bestowed wisdom on Luqman, right? Anishkul lillah, that commanded to be grateful. And whoever is grateful, then he is grateful to his own soul. And whoever is kafara, fa inna Allah ganiyun hamid. So it's interesting, right? That this word shakara, to be grateful, and this, all words are not like this, right? But if you move the letter, the last two letters change their position, you have shirk, you have shakar, you have sharaka. Shakara, to be grateful, sharaka, to ascribe partners. And Luqman told his son, don't ascribe partners to Allah, because the shirk is a great, great wrongdoing. And then the last thing here, and this is, well, I'm going to skip over that. I don't really want to skip over anything, but I think there was a dua that, if you look at the back of 6, Surah Al-An'am, the 6th surah, and this is a dua that we learn this in the Nation of Islam, right? Surely my prayer, my sacrifice, my life and my death all belong to Allah, Rabbil Alameen, right? La sharika la, no partners to him. وَذَلِكَ أُمِرْتُ, and this am I commanded, وَأَنَا أَوَّلُ الْمُسْلِمِينَ, and I am the first of the Muslims, the first of those to submit. What's coming up for you guys? Subhanallah, la ilaha illallah, la sharika la, lahu mulk wa lahu alhamd, biyadihi khayri, yuhyi wa yumeet, wa huwa ala kulli shay'in qadir.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaykum assalam.
Dr. Zaid, when you were talking about Moses and his brother Aaron, and how Moses felt that his speech impediment would hold him back and he needed his brother, I was thinking how ironic it was that Moses, when he went to Pharaoh, he did all the talking.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, he showed up for his work. Allah gave him what he needed, right?
Yes.
So, we want me to go back to 364? Certainly. Okay, share the screen. Okay, 364. Okay, I don't know if you had something you wanted to say on this one, or maybe you wanted a screenshot. I don't know. I see Kadir's hand.
Yes. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
Yeah, I forget what the word was. I think it was bisab, the one that had the hard H on the end, and you said it was
Oh yeah.
that
Subde
sub
bihamdi.
yeah,
Yeah, the
bisabde,
ha. That ha, yes.
that ha. And he said it was an indication of life, of a law of that blowing out. And I just observed that when that hard high is on the end like that, that the bottom part looks like a stomach. So I'm thinking of a pregnant woman as
SubhanAllah.
to symbolize that life of the hard air.
Oh, that's cool. What you see is what you see, right? And you can't say that you don't see what you see.
Right.
And nobody can come. I mean, like there might be some that would say that, I'm not supposed to be doing what I'm doing with the Quran, right? Who you think you are? I know I'm Allah's servant. I know that much,
Right.
right? And he gives whoever whatever you want to give them, right? So anyway, I was trying to find your word. Yeah, but fasabbih bihamdi ar-Rahmani ar-Rahim. And in fact, the word hayat, that dunya, the life of this world, right? The letter is in there also,
Mhm.
right? Did you want to say something about 364, my brother?
No, no.
Okay,
Mm.
okay. Alhamdulillah. Anything else? Anybody? This is a lot. This morning was a lot. It was a lot of not just information, because I always think, information, yes, but doesn't energy come along with information? There's information and there's energy. They seem to come together. I felt there was a lot of energy this morning in the information. What's going on with y'all? Are y'all like stunned?
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam.
I'll just say that you know how you okay. I'm listening and it's and it was a lot, but it's when you get a lot, it's like you have a big old plate full of food and you eat a lot, and then all you want to do is just sit back and just enjoy enjoy what you have eaten and
Yeah,
let that food digest.
yeah,
And you just think about it and you visualize it in your mind, and
yeah.
that's how this is.
Oh yeah, I
And people
feel
are
you.
like, you just kind of, woof, I'm full now.
Yeah, satisfied, right?
Yeah,
Let
yeah,
me
yeah,
let me lean back in this chair and just chill,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, I feel you on that, totally.
But I really like um, the definition or the meaning or the words that you wrote for subhanallah, and the breath. That's really, I wrote that down. That really resonated with me. So, alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. Thank you for your contribution this morning. And congratulations on yesterday. You and all the sisters, all the brothers. It was fabulous. It was wonderful.
Alhamdulillah, I couldn't have did it without everybody's involvement. That's for sure.
Yes.
And they're enthusiastic.
Yeah,
Everybody was
that
so
was,
enthusiastic and just willing to make it work. And it happened. and it
Yes.
wouldn't have happened without everybody. So,
Alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alameen.
so and that's how I felt like that. I mean, I can understand how when you need you're not sure, you need help, you don't know how to ask for help. You ask for it, but you don't want to lean too hard. You ask for it, but it's just others, which they feel you. It's like everybody felt each other, and everybody knew what to do and how to make it work.
Yeah.
That's teamwork, makes the
Yeah.
dream work. Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
Assalamu alaikum, Dr. Zayn.
Alaikum assalam. That's smart.
Yes, sir. Yes. And the greetings to everyone. Assalamu alaikum. And the Moses part. Yeah, I've been thinking about this piece of Allah as from a grammatical perspective. Allah is the doer. And
Yes.
in this case, Moses is the object.
Mhm.
But then that changes up. But in his dua, Allah is the object that he's making a request to. So this is worship
Mhm.
to Allah, and Allah is the object. But then Allah is also the doer, because he's going to give Moses what he's asking for.
Mhm.
And then Moses becomes the doer, because he has to act on what Allah gave him to go to Pharaoh, and then Pharaoh becomes the object. And then it's up to Pharaoh to either respond to, and obviously he didn't respond to what Allah gave Moses to give him, so he could not be the doer. Moses in this case was became the doer of the act that Allah gave him to act upon. And I'm just thinking that's it. They have two different terms for objective thinking, where you have evidence, and then subjective thinking. But I'm thinking in terms of the creation as the object, and the creation gives us, we become subject even to the creation, to ourselves and each other. And we also become the subject, the doer of those actions, even coming from creation. So I know you show
Yes.
a lot of pictures of nature, but nature is talking to us about something. So we're now the object of creation, and behind all of that is Allah's will coming out of creation. I think that's the main thing that we have to submit to and become conscious of. Is that when we are the subject and when we are the object. And then my last word is this: we do that to each other. We become objects to each other, and we become subjects to each other, whether it's a positive attitude or a negative attitude. We become subjects and objects to each other, and it makes a difference.
Yes.
If you want to have peace and calm, the attitude got to come right.
I'm correct. But I want the positive. I don't want the negative. Y'all can keep the negative over there. I don't want that. I'm saying y'all to everything in creation. I want the positive. But sometimes we got to have a negative in order to have a positive. I mean, because it's a duality, right? You experience the low frequencies, you can understand, and you can experience the higher frequencies. So I get it. But I can still have a preference for what I want. And right now, I need to get over here, get out of here, because we got some folks waiting for us. So thank you all very much. We thank Allah, Rabbana, Taqabbal Minna, Innaka Anta Samiul Alim, our guardian evolver, accept this from us. For surely you are the hearer and the knower of all things. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen.
Ameen.
Assalamu alaikum.
Salam ala Muhammadin Abdul. Assalamu alaikum.
Alhamdulillah.
Assalamu
Alaikum
alaikum.
assalam.
Welcome. Have a blessed day, everyone.
Walaikum assalam.
You as well, Khalida. And everyone else. Alhamdulillah.
Thank you. Assalamu
Assalamu alaikum.
alaikum.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.